Hi, it's Miss Lenz again, and I'm going to tell you about my philosophy of technology in education. So, why is technology in the classroom important? Well, I think it's important for a lot of reasons, but it definitely educates kids on a lot of the tools that they can have in their toolkit for using for their jobs and personal lives, even. It creates practical skills and develops them like writing papers, presentations, different stuff like that. It also trains them how to safely use the internet, using sources that are legitimate and credible, and also not leaving a footprint online that doesn't reflect well on their behaviors. And it also provides a really good communication outlet for them and for others to, learn about them, for employers to, you know, find out who they are. And so, um, how do you plan to use technology in your future classroom? It's kind of tough as an English teacher to use a whole lot of tech. One of my high school English teachers once said that at the end of the day, we have to read, we have to write, and we have to talk about it. So I do want to incorporate a lot of the Google apps. It's really nice to use Google Docs to write papers, and the comment feature is like amazing. So you could do peer editing, and everybody gets feedback from their peers, or I could even, leave feedback as the teacher. I also like Google Slides, it's presentation software, and Jamboards are really fun when we're using like themes and kind of talking about different aspects of a theme. I also like communication programs like Remind, Seesaw, Blooms, Parent Square, Class Dojo. I haven't used a whole lot of them yet. I've used Remind a lot, and it's really nice to know that if you use one of these, everybody's going to get the message, and it's safe, and it's only for that. You don't have to give out your phone number. You don't have to use your email if you don't have to. So it's really nice. Some of the class plans that I have um, are some things that my high school teachers did, even. Um, like using some kind of software to make tweets from like a character in a book. This person is thinking this during this chapter. Or using coding to create a scene in a book as well. And then definitely using discussion programs to talk about themes or different ways to write, and just any kind of feedback is really nice. I've also thought about having a blog for people to post their stories or their papers, if they want their classmates' feedback or if they want any kind of credit. So, what is your philosophy on technology and education? I rely heavily on the SAMR model, which stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. An example of this would be substitution would be for, let's say, like for a research project. You would write your research project on a Google Doc, and that would be substitution. It would just substitute it but not really add anything to it. Augmentation, you share your doc with a partner and they use the commenting feature to give you feedback. Modification, you can embed links to different external sites that kind of help your case and the sources that you're using for your research. And then redefinition, you can upload the essay to a blog site for class to for them to view, and they give you feedback. So I really like the idea of not just replacing what already works with technology and not adding anything, because what's the point of using it and if it's not really changing anything? How will you use your professional learning network to continue to learn about technology as you grow as a teacher? I mean, any way I can. I hope to, obviously, I definitely model after a lot of my previous English teachers, and I hope at schools that I teach or even professors I have now, I can reach out to them and figure out their ideas. I mean, even in the past, I had an interview with my high school teacher, Chris White, and he told me about all the different stuff he uses as an English teacher during the pandemic right now, which is amazing. It's nice to have people that you can just email and be like, "Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? How are you teaching right now during these times?" And it's really great to know that those people will always be there to help you. So I hope to model after what they do because they obviously have been doing it longer than I have. I haven't even started yet. But yeah,